Thank y'all for tuning in.
Hey, peace and blessings, world, and welcome to another edition of Fresh Perspective. But actually, today it's the Fresh P crew -2, and we hear immediate reaction from Super Bowl. Okay, I'm your host Irvin Hawkins, and we got the great orator and tactician, Mr. DB. How you doing today, sir?
Hey man, all is well. Bit of end to the football season, but what a great game it was. We got to see some great football being played tonight.
All right, man. Philly, stand up, man. What's going on? Did we just watch the end of the dynasty, or you think the GOAT Tom Brady's going to be back in full force? Him and Bill Belichick back in that bowl. What you think, man?
I definitely think that we have not seen the total end of the dynasty due to the weakness of the division that the Patriots play in. But at the same time, you got to give a lot of credit to the Philadelphia Eagles. Doug Peterson did an amazing job in his second half adjustments. He never took his foot off the gas. He never stopped being aggressive. He never stopped pushing. He literally just beat the Patriots at their own game. I've seen Patriots be in these kind of games. Usually they're on the other end of the stick where their defense is struggling, but Tom just keep pouring it on. And Nick Foles and the offense just kept pouring it on. I mean, they used Zach Ertz similar to the way the Patriots used Gronkowski. They got him lined up on cornerbacks all night long, and they was able to run inside routes, slant routes, in order for him to beat his guy the same way Gronkowski was cooking those boys all night long. I think one major adjustment that the Eagles coaching staff did was to take Malcolm Jenkins off of Gronkowski and put him on the running back. They was blowing up everything when they threw the ball to the running back. That took a real dimension out of the offense of the New England Patriots. But make no mistake about it, Tom Brady was nothing short of amazing. The Eagles made the play that they had to make to win the game. Fellow Michigan alum Brandon Graham made the play of the night. We're talking about a whole game that just was just a clean game. Not a lot of bad calls, not a lot of mistakes made. But when the play had to be made, Philly made it.
Well, hey, you make a good point, but two calls in question, those two touchdowns. I don't know about you, but I was real scared that they was gonna overturn those touchdowns.
Man, I wasn't worried about any of those touchdowns being overturned, Hawk. I just got to tell you the truth. I got to be honest. The first one, Collinsworth was trying to pull the wool over all our eyes when he caught the ball.
Oh man, Collinsworth was hard at work.
When he caught the ball, the left foot went down first, then the right foot, then the left foot touched out of bounds. That's what I saw. I'm glad the referees got that right. And also the Zach Ertz play. Shout out to the Pittsburgh Steelers because the exact same thing happened to y'all, and y'all didn't get the same results. Same thing happened to the Dallas Cowboys with Dez Bryant, but y'all didn't get the love. But the NFL got it right tonight, and they gave the touchdown to Zach Ertz and the Eagles down the stretch. Also, shout out to the boy Meek Mill. Hey, man, when you come home, they going to throw a party for you. I promise you they're going to play your song. Man, you better be in there writing, have your album ready, because you going to make some money when you get out. I am trying to tell you what is going on. Courtney Chappelle, he's not with us right now, but he said rest in peace to Matt Ryan. We all know the truth. Matt Ryan couldn't get it done. The Eagles went and got it done. Also, I can't let the Tom Brady fanatics go. Jeremy Flanagan, I'm waiting on you. I can't wait to have a conversation with you on air, off air. I'm just waiting to see you tell me why Tom Brady fumbled the ball away, because it happened. We all witnessed it. They was in position. We had the game right where he wanted it. Our man Bo Falarian said at the end of the game, he want Tom with the ball, his team with a lead, 4-5-point lead, and we got to get the stop. That's what Bo said, and Bo got what he wanted. And next thing you know, his dreams became Tom Brady's worst nightmare, and they got it done. I just can't believe what I just saw, man. I never seen a game outside of the Falcons' first half, but I've never seen a complete game where Bill Belichick just could not figure out another team. He could just not figure out another opponent. I think he did the best he could, though. I've been telling y'all all year that this Patriots defense was very suspect. They were being well coached. Well coached. That's a well coached football team.
Hey, Homage.
Yes, sir.
Homage, real quick question. Now, when Bo said he didn't trust Nick Foles earlier today, I think he had the same sentiment as most of America. Nobody trusted Nick Foles. After the Atlanta game, first two things I said was Nick Foles. Nick Foles played an awesome game today.
I'm on wax with this. Listen, man, I'm on wax with this. I'm pretty sure people are not going to agree with me, but I feel like going forward with the rest of the season and their playoff run, Nick Foles was the reason why they won the game. He can make all the splash plays that Carson Wentz can make, but Carson Wentz, to me, in year 2, was struggling with the routine pass play, the routine completion. He still was evolving in that part of his game, and Nick Foles was able to execute that all night, plus make the big throws when they needed him to make the big throws. I felt like Nick Foles gave them an edge with that. Also, Nick Foles being 6'6", throwing the ball over defenders in the defense, that played a big part of the game. Even though Carson Wentz is 6'5", I think he would have been able to do some of the same things. I just think the Eagles played a good game. They utilized every single weapon they had. Nobody did not get an opportunity to shine. Aguilar had some catches. Ertz had some catches. Burton had a big play. Nick Foles had a big play. Clemens had a big play. Blunt had a big play. Ajayi had a big play. Hey, man, get the ball to every single playmaker you got and make them stop every single playmaker that you have. I think they did a miraculous job of that.
And also the third down.
Oh, my God.
Hey, the champion. Hey, y'all, Bo just checked in. The champion is here.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, man, I'm hoping for y'all's sake that Jeremy Flanagan log in because Bo going to light him up. Oh, they're going to play. Oh, Court in the building. Oh, man, we just missing one more. Is he going to show his face?
Oh, my God.
Hey, Irv, talk to us. How do you feel, man? How do you
Irv, what I tell you, Irv? What I tell you?
Hey, you was wrong about Nick Foles, though, bro.
Yeah, I was. But I didn't say I didn't trust. I said I trust my defense over Nick Foles. That's all I said. Woo. Hey, Irv, they would have took that touchdown from us. I don't know if I can watch football anymore if they would have took that touchdown from us.
Hey, welcome to the club, Bo. Look at you. Don't it feel good? Welcome to the party, baby. Don't it feel good?
Hey, man, that shit feel good. Hey, I'm catching the first flight to Philly tomorrow, bro. Oh my God.
Yeah, boy, I seen sis already out there. You gonna meet her out there?
Oh yeah, you know I gotta meet up there. She in my city, and I gotta go out there with her.
Hey, Court. Man, you was talking throughout the entirety of the game.
Oh my God.
And being a team that's a champion and defeating Tom Brady. Hold on. Hey, for the people who don't understand, the NFC East, when they see Tom Brady, they get wins.
Let them know.
I just had to put it out there.
Welcome to the party, Bo.
I just had to put it out there.
Appreciate it, Court. Oh my God, man. I was on pins and needles, man. Oh my God, I was on pins and needles.
You should have been. You should have been because we was waiting on things to happen. We was waiting on either Tom to strike or the refs to strike, and neither ever happened.
Hey, the ref wanted to take it. They wanted to take it from us.
No. Hey, look. Hey, Bo.
Yeah.
Remember earlier this week, Tuesday, remember what I said? When it get time in that moment, Nick just got to hold it down, relax, and make the throw. Don't worry about the rest of that.
Court, this was the first time Tom had that moment. You know what I mean? He always had the lead when he left the field. And the Patriots defense used to gave up the lead or whatever. This is the first time he had to go win them a game, go get a touchdown to win the game.
Hey, man, don't worry about it, brother. Welcome to the party. Don't it feel good?
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I got respect for Tom Brady, man. That man, the GOAT, man. We couldn't stop him.
Hey, you ain't got to stop him. He got to stop you. That's the problem.
That's it.
Hey, shout out to Doug Peterson, man. Doug Peterson, hell of a coach, man.
That was
better than Andy Reid, bum ass.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Courtney, me and Courtney go back and forth. about coaching players and coaching players. And I'm telling you right now, that was the combination of both. That was beautiful. The coach put Nick Foles in his offense in the best position to succeed. And good Lord, Nick Foles made about 6 throws tonight. They ain't had nothing to do with no coach.
No, he ain't nothing to do with no coach.
There you go.
It ain't nothing to do with no coach.
That ain't got nothing to do with no coach. That is me.
He made about 6 of them throws tonight.
Hey, that touchdown pass he made to that running back.
The touchdown pass he threw to Jeffries. That was amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
Double coverage. I don't care. I don't care.
Hey man, I just want to say, R.I.P. Matt Ryan, baby. It's over. It's over, D-Bro. You got his wish, man. You could go ahead and get him up out of there, man. Go ahead and trade him. It's over. Bye, Matt Ryan.
I'll take Nick Foles right now.
Hey, Nick Foles about to get paid. Nick Foles about to get paid.
Bro. Nick Foles about to get paid. I'm telling you, hey, bro, you gotta remember what I say. I don't know if Courtney. I know Courtney don't agree with me, and I don't know about Irv's position on this, but I'm telling you straight up, now that you're a Super Bowl champion, Carson Wentz got one job for the rest of his career, and that's get his team back to that game and win. Once he do that, it's a wrap. I'm telling you, he got to get back.
I agree.
He got to get back. So you agree now? You don't want, but you didn't agree before the game started.
But I mean, I think you look. Let me tell you something, bro. Look how good our offense look with Nick Foles. Carson Wentz more mobile, and he can make every throw too. So
I told you the difference between the two. I've been saying it all season. You ask Hawk, Nick Foles. I felt like Nick Foles was going to execute the offense. Carson Wentz is an amazing player, an amazing athlete. He could just do some stuff that Nick Foles can't do. So you got to call the game differently.
But Doug Peterson switched the. Hey, he switched the play. He switched the playbook up for Nick Foles. He went back to Chip Kelly playbook.
You know that's what the best coaches do. Now I do want some explanation. But I think Nick Saban and Bill Belichick got a little bit too cute in these last couple championship games they played in. Because I don't know what was going on with Malcolm Butler and why he didn't play.
I don't know why he didn't play.
Because I don't know what they thought. I don't know why they thought y'all was sweet over there with all the weapons. But he had number 29 out there. He had Row out there, row your boat. We going down the street.
Well, DeMarcus, DB, real quick. Y'all talking about sweet. Doug Peterson made a lot of gutsy plays during this game. Talk to me about that 4th down play where Nick Foles actually caught a touchdown. Jump in on that one.
That was beautiful.
Hold on, let me jump in there. The reason that play has the ability that it is because we haven't shouted out the 2 biggest keys to it, which we spoke about earlier, was they running back. Ajayi and Blunt did their job. They kept them honest and they got chunks of yardage when needed. Mm-hmm. So you're able to sell that. You're able to sell that play now. They did their job. We're not shouting them out, but the running backs did their job. They came and brought it. And the 2 biggest keys, Long and Blunt, played like champions who've been there before.
Hey, Court, I'm with you on that. Make no mistake about it, too. Me and Bo didn't hop on this earlier, but I really realized this when the game played. I know Bo mentioned it a little bit, but boy, look, it was a lot of people in that game who weren't worried about the Patriots, like the mystique of the Patriots. Blunt was on the team. Chris Long was on the team. They had a couple players that was on the Patriots team. We know what's coming. We ain't worried about that. We can beat these guys. We can play with these guys. But
did they say why Malcolm Butler didn't play?
Nah, bro. All they were talking about, he was crying before the game.
He was crying. I seen he was crying.
I thought he was crying because he was ready to play. But
they've been doing Malcolm Butler wrong the whole year.
Court, I would tell you this though, bro. That was one of that call on 4th and 1. Both of those calls on 4th and 1 is the reason why I love coaching personally, because when you have to go for it on 4th and 1, if you don't have the perfect play call, it makes no sense to go for it. If both of those plays, both of those moments, he made 2 great play calls and they executed them perfectly. Nick on the second 4th and 1, Nick Foles missed Ertz when he was open initially.
Yeah.
He hit him in the second window, and Ertz made a great play. But when they ran that pick, he was all the way up.
Even that 2-point conversion play was a good play call. Nick Foles just missed it. He threw it too late.
Hey, but they held him too, though.
Yeah.
They held him too.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Jeremy, man. Hey, Jeremy, whenever you come out of hiding, you've been hiding the whole weekend. I just want to let you know, I told you Tom was out there throwing fucking ducks. He's still out there throwing ducks. And that's why he took the L. Don't you ever compare him to Mike. Michigan dudes. You Michigan dudes will never be better than North Carolina. Mr.
Hey,
Tom.
but hold
Fact.
on.
Fact.
As respect to Tom, though. I mean, Bo, you was talking about that vaunted front four of your defense, and you said that front four could rush, and they didn't have to blitz.
Hey, what the hell is this?
They didn't sack that man until they got the strip at the end of the game. So
that's all
nobody gets that. Nobody gets that, Hawk.
That's all that matters, bro. The D-line made the play. They made the play. They won the game because they sacked him. I mean, they stripped him. Ball game. I don't care if it happened in the first quarter or the last. He got stripped.
Nick Foles didn't get sacked all game.
All game. Nick Foles didn't get sacked all game.
Hey, Bert, what I tell you? I said one of those 3 players gonna make a play. Brandon Graham, Michael Jenkins, or Fletcher Cox. And who was it?
Hey, man, look. I'm going to tell you like this, man. I witnessed the game. I watched the game. And for the Philadelphia Eagles, offensively, that was a beautiful game. Defensively, they gave up a lot of points. But in certain situations, like early in the game, on that 3rd and 1, they ran that speed feed. When Brandon Cooks came out there, that boy was right there, made a perfect sound form tackle. I said, "Oh man, the Eagles are ready to go." But
hey, what about Alshon? What about Alshon, Ertz, and Aguilar? Oh my God, man! My God!
Hey, make sure you talk about Alshon Jeffrey in the first half. When they put good on, give him a hurt. Oh, there he is! Hold on, he got the.
I'm still here.
Talk to the people.
I'm still here.
There you go.
What's good?
Pop goes the Weasel because the Weasel say,
Hey, good game, man. Good game.
Hey, that was a
Hey.
It ain't no light note, bro. It ain't no light note.
I can't take nothing from him, man. It was a good game. I'm just happy we won, man.
You can't take
it from him, man. We beat the GOAT, man. I'm still shocked. I'm still shocked right now. I don't even know what he's asking about the game.
Hey, it ain't even really nothing to say, man. It was a good game, man.
Don't say nothing. Let him talk.
Defense couldn't get off the field, obviously. Defense was shredded. But Tom Brady is what he is. Ain't no doubt about that. I told everybody about that going in and going out.
Wait, Bert, let me go first.
It's over with. They lost. They lost. That's it.
What's up? Hey,
can't win them all, I guess. Can't win them all.
Jeremy, how you doing, man?
But it was some questionable plays though that I felt like shouldn't have been overturned. But I ain't gonna make no excuses. It is what it is.
Hey, Jeremy, let me ask you one question. That touchdown by Ertz, do you think that was a touchdown?
I honestly don't think it was a touchdown if they were going by the rules of what they called back in the Pittsburgh game. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It was a touchdown.
It was bullshit during that too.
But I think the Clements play, I think his foot was out of bounds. And they gave him that one, but you know, it is what it is.
Hey, can I ask you something, sir?
Go ahead.
What's up with those ducks Tom Brady out there throwing?
You said what's up with what?
What's up with Tom Brady throwing those ducks?
Man, you know what? I ain't gonna say it. It was a good game, man. That's all they can say. It was a good game.
Man, I'm just waiting on when I can talk. Y'all let me know when it's time.
Go ahead, man.
You can talk.
What's up, Jeremy? You doing all right?
I'm good, bro. What's good?
How the kids, how the wife, man? Everybody good?
Everybody good, bro.
Let's talk about this goddamn Tom Brady choking at the end of the game because it happened. So we got a great scenario going on. Tom Brady, everybody's worst nightmare is about to come true. The greatest quarterback of all time. Got the ball with the game on the line. And what do you do, Jeff?
Okay, so real quick, now that we got Jeremy Slade.
Hey, hold on. Jeremy got to answer the question. What did Tom Brady do when the Philadelphia Eagles come for you? What do you do, Jay?
Listen, Tom played a great game, but you got to understand he did his part. But what you got to understand is this is what you got to understand.
He fumbled the goddamn ball away in the clutch. Yeah, he did his part. Tell the truth.
Really, that fumble changed. The fumble ahead of time changed a whole lot of things. Really.
One time.
Yeah, the one when he fumbled, strip fumble, that changed a whole lot in the ball game right there. That was a turning point.
What that did was in
but
the
I ain't
game.
gonna say that he choked.
What did he do?
I ain't gonna say he choked because we still had the opportunity to drive down the field and score.
Take it out here,
something like that happened.
Hey man, when you on your way home, man, make sure you stop by Walmart and get you a rope so you can hang it.
Man, I hear you, man. Go ahead, say what you got to say.
Nah, man, you good, man. Hey, that was a miraculous game.
Yeah, brother Jeremy, man. Welcome back.
I mean, that was something amazing, It was amazing for the Philly fans. Philly was able to hang in there. I was surprised by a whole lot. I mean, I really wasn't too surprised about how we looked defensively. I already knew our defense was trash. But
now, would you say that it was trash defense on both sides, or would you say that it was phenomenal quarterbacking on both sides?
No, I say our defense couldn't get off the field on third downs. We made key plays where we had them in 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 8s, but they still was able to capitalize on third downs and continue on moving the ball down the field. I don't think it was more so a great quarterback, and I just think they were the better. How would you put it? DB said it in the post. Patriots had the best player, but the best team overall team was Philly.
I'm gonna tell you another key to the game when Tom Brady dropped that pass. That was sick.
That was trolling now, Bo.
Oh no, he not. Oh no, he not.
That was
big.
Yeah, that was off his fingertips.
That was off.
Hey, I didn't troll him. Hey, Hawk, I didn't troll him. Doug Pearson trolled him. Cause he did the same thing with Nick Foles.
Boom. I'm gonna teach you how to stunt. Hey, don't be surprised. Hey, don't be surprised that Bill Belichick go get Nick Foles.
I don't know. But I wanna dig back deeper into this game because we saw all kind of records fall today just in terms of yards being gained. So I'm just surprised at Nick Foles, y'all. I can't believe this. I did not think Nick Foles had this kind of game in him. I thought Nick Foles was who we saw against the Atlanta Falcons winning 15-10. This is who I thought Nick Foles is. So shout out to Nick Foles.
When Nick Foles in that game, if you want me to be honest with you, he made enough plays in that game for his team not to lose. That's what he has done. They have put game plans together for him to succeed, and he didn't make the mistakes with the football. He took care of the football. He made that one dumbass throw down there in the red zone. I said, "What are you doing, son? Y'all got the game. Don't throw that one." But that was his first throw of the whole ball team.
He only made that throw in the other one more thing. He should have ran on that 3rd and 8. He should have ran for that first.
Yeah, he should have took off of that.
But besides that, when he did that run pass option, he was darting their ass the fuck up, man. He was. Hey, Jeremy, you a Patriots fan? Why did Malcolm Butler didn't play?
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know what he did.
How you bench a player that won you a Super Bowl? How do you do that?
Something had to happen, bro. Something had to happen.
He was crying on the sideline, bro. That shit crazy.
He had to do something, bro.
Yeah, but you know, Belichick like Saban. When Saban fired got done Lane Kiffin before the championship game, that was Belichick fault. Whoever decision that was not to play that kid they need their ass beat for that shit.
Well, I'll tell you like this, man. This is the beginning of the end of the Patriots dynasty. Is the coaches are about to leave. The players are old. The coaches are old. The way that team look right now, I don't know how they can rebuild and regroup to get back to the Super Bowl. Now, I think they're going to still be the top team in the division. Maybe next year go 10-6, 11-5. But at the end of the day, David has been slow.
Bro, I got some real shit to say. I might want to save for the show though. But hey, all right. Oh, the Patriots should have lost their last 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Falcons, Seattle.
That's very true. That's very true. They should have lost the last.
I'm just being real. They got outplayed in every Super Bowl.
Yeah. I'm not trying to hold you up, man.
The Super Bowl they should have lost. They won. They should have lost, and the one they should have won, they lost.
How about that?
But see, like I told you earlier, you just made me mad. I really felt like I've been saying this all week. I really felt like the Philadelphia Eagles was going to win this game. They had the better team. All they had to do was remain aggressive. The game went just how I thought it was going to go. I told you Tom was going to throw for 500. Didn't I not tell you that?
Yeah, you did. And I told you my defense going to win the game.
You told me your defense gonna make a play to win the game.
So pay homage to each other. Pay homage to each other.
Hey man, when homages do, homages paid, brother. And Tom Brady, as great as he is, he just choked the game away. He choked it away. A fumble and an interception is something he got to live with. Now he don't want enough Super Bowls for it not to kill him, but I also think that this is gonna wake up This is going to inspire him some more to continue to play the game at a high level.
Hey, did Nick Foles outplay Tom Brady?
No, I don't think Tom Brady got outplayed. Tom Brady balled, man. Bill Belichick didn't hold up his end of the stick. He gave up 41 points.
Yeah, I told you that defense.
When the NFC East see Tom Brady, they be like, "Shit, we got the money."
So you know what? I'll ask this question to you, DB. As a fan of the Atlanta Falcons, and you see another team that has never won a Super Bowl in their history finally get one, how do you feel as a Falcons fan? And do you feel like y'all time is finally coming?
I'm hoping that the Falcons are waiting on the greatest story that has not been told in the NFL yet, and that's to win a Super Bowl in your own city. I hope that's what they're waiting on. Because they had 2 golden opportunities this season to get back, and they did not take full advantage of them. But I think in year 5 of Dan Quinn, we should get there. We got a top 5 the top 10 defense now. So now they got to get to the point to where they're trying to make their defense from top 10 to top 5. Add a couple key personnel players. I know y'all see Malcolm Butler over there not playing in the Super Bowl. Falcon fan. Thomas Dimitrov, go get him, please.
Hell yeah, Matt Ryan got outplayed.
Go get him. Go get him. With that being said, I understand the Falcon Nation right now. We hurting because we just seen another team go in there. They time to go. They took care of business. Giants, they time to win. They took care of business. Eagles, when it was their time to win, they took care of business.
Excuse me. Hell yeah, Tom Brady got outplayed. He missed his catch.
Go a little deeper.
Also,
he missed his catch. He missed his wide reception catch for a touchdown, and Nick Foles made his game plays. I did it. You didn't.
Hey, look here. Now let me tell you. when Courtney put it in that perspective, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Hey, I'm with you. Now, look, I'm a real. Y'all know how I feel about the game of football. I love the game, but at the same time, you had a chance to catch that bit. Guess what? You dropped it. Nick Foles had to catch it. Touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Nick Foles had to make big throws in the clutch. Touchdown. You had to make big throws in the clutch. Fumble. I'm just saying what happened. And I've been saying it, man. I had my homeboy. Shout out to Jay Fish.
My bad.
Shout out to Jay Fish, man. Jay Fish told me that Nick Foles could get it done 8 weeks ago. I did not believe it. He told me that Nick Foles could get it done. Going forward, I've learned to respect and look at the game and analyze it for what it is to prepare for a great coach. And Doug Peterson put a miraculous game plan together, and he was not fooled. He was not tricked. Nick Foles was ready for everything Bill Belichick threw at him. And to be honest with y'all, it was not time to switch up anything. And for those who are joining us Facebook Live, I think they missed Jeremy checking in. Jeremy did check in. How much was due? He paid it, and he had to eat crow because I did not spare him not one bit. Don't worry, though. He looked like he was a little down. I'm going to make sure tomorrow when I see him again, we're going to light him up some more.
Hey, have the Patriots ever won a Super Bowl when Grunt played?
Yeah, I think they got one. He played against Seattle, I believe.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I got a question for you, Bo. Got a question for you. You know, a lot of times when you see a lot of coaches fired, you'll see a lot of retreads. You'll see a lot of the same guys getting opportunity. Now, Doug Peterson was not on my radar at all. So with him winning the Super Bowl in year 2, do you feel like this opens up the door for new guys to get that opportunity, or you feel like we're going to see the same retreads?
Coaching Doug Peterson is a product of Andy Reid. He learned from Andy Reid. You know what I mean? So he did what Andy Reid should have been did. I'm just being real. He did what Andy Reid would have been did. Doug Peterson is a great offensive-minded coach, just like Andy Reid was. The thing about Doug Peterson, though, he takes chances. He was a quarterback. So he know how to coach up. He know how to coach up a quarterback. You get what I'm saying? He played quarterback in the league. So when you play quarterback in the league and you was on the Super Bowl team, he was on the Green Bay Packers when the Packers won the Super Bowl. He was the backup behind Brett Favre. So he don't back the one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. One of the best offensive minded coaches, Andy Reid, and he played quarterback. So he see the game from a different angle. You get what I'm saying? That's why he was able to do what he did with Nick Foles.
So does that open up the door for a lot of these new guys that are coming in, or you think we're going to see a lot of retreads? Like we see Josh McDaniel getting a second opportunity to be a head coach.
Well, just being honest with you, bro, Josh McDaniels is the reason why Denver did the short version of what they wanted to do, and it resulted in the championship for them. They got Peyton Manning, brought in 2 head coaches in Del Rio and John Fox, and in the short version, they went to the Super Bowl 2 out of 3 years. Y'all upset them one time in the playoff game, but they did what they wanted to do as far as their formula. John Elway selected to win now opposed to win later. I personally felt that Josh McDaniels would have been the perfect the coach to develop either Tebow, Paxton Lynch, or Brock Osweiler, whichever quarterback they wanted to select. He could have groomed them and had them playing at an elite or high level at that position, because that's what kind of coach he is. Sean Payton is no different. Sean Payton was a quarterback in college, so he sees the game different. Now he got a quarterback in number 9. They're on the same wavelength. Like it's just beautiful when you see the game being coached right and being executed right. That's just something that you just can't take away from anybody.
Hey, and DB, you mentioned something earlier. You talked about end of a dynasty, but what I want to talk about is this truly a changing of the guard? A long time ago, me and Pat Abrams had talked that it was going to be, Brady and Peyton was gone, and it was going to be Matt Ryan and Joe Flacco. I almost feel like them guys, their time has passed, but is there going to be a new changing of the guard with all of these young, talented people coming through into the league right now? Anybody can take that one.
Hey, I just got back. I didn't even hear the whole question. So D. Burch, you probably didn't answer that.
Okay, basically, I was just asking, are we watching a changing of the guard? You know, is it the old school guy?
No, I don't. I wouldn't say that, but Doug Peterson winning would give the younger coaches a better chance of being a head coach. Because look at it, like prime example, Dan Quinn got there last year. He should have won. That was his second year coaching. You see what I'm saying? So you got to give the younger guys a chance, like offensive minded or the coordinators. You know what I mean? So I don't think the Patriots going to be done. I do think the Patriots made a mistake getting rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. And from my understanding, Belichick never wanted to get rid of Garoppolo. So that was where the friction was at. Tom Brady wanted Garoppolo gone.
I tell you like this, man. Just to answer the question as directly as I can, coaching matters, and it's always going to matter as long as they're on the sideline calling the plays and dictating practices and running the shows. It's going to matter, and the NFL has to continue to do a good job of giving the right coaches that's supposed to get opportunity to coach. To go along with what you said, don't recycle the same old guys. As great as Bill Belichick has been,
the Dave Wine.
If he ever decides to leave the Patriots organization, then he should go do like Tom Coughlin had to do. He go in the front office. If Marvin Lewis finally retires or loses his job in Cincinnati, he should not coordinate a job. He should not get a head coaching job. He should be an executive. Give these young coaches
Marvin Lewis is stepping down. Yeah, Marvin Lewis is stepping down. Ozzie Newsome is stepping down. I feel like it's a new wave coming in to the NFL. I think.
That's where it has to happen, man. You have a lot of players, Hall of Fame players, former players, going to step in these positions. They love the game just as much as those guys before them love the game. You have players like Ray Lewis, who's been with the franchise for a long time. I'm sure he learned a lot. So going forward, I think the NFL is going to be in.
Hey, breaking news. Gronk said he don't know if he'll return next year. He might retire.
Wow.
Yeah. Gronk got hit.
Man, he got head problems.
Gronk done had a lot of head injuries. He done had a lot of head injuries. He done had a lot of injuries, man.
Wow. He don't got enough money. Hey, somebody else that probably end up retiring early. Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly get one more concussion, but he might be done.
Yeah, he done.
Shit.
Wow.
They definitely knocking him out the game, but like I said,
Patrick Willis did. Patrick Willis one of the greats. He said, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah, he walked away from the game. But like I said, I'm trying to tell y'all that going forward, the Philadelphia Eagles will not repeat as Super Bowl champions next year. Y'all need some DBs, and y'all need them bad. I don't know if you realize, but Malcolm Jenkins is an old player. And if he got to be the best secondary player for you to win another Super Bowl going forward, he ain't winning, dog. Y'all got some holes to address on that team. Shout out to your squad for taking care of business when it was time. So next season, there won't be no, we got to get back because we didn't know, like the Falcons. You know how we did. This year, we had to try to do what we had to do to get back to the Super Bowl because we didn't take care of business when it was time. You fellas took care of business when it was time. So now y'all can go forward in phase 2 and 3 of your development. But y'all better get some.
And although the Eagles had a young, a newer head coach, they had some veterans on that team. Malcolm Jenkins had won a Super Bowl in his rookie year with the New Orleans Saints. Torrey Smith had won a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. Timmy Jernigan had won a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens. So they had
LeGarrette Blunt, Chris Long. We had players that won before.
The great thing about the Eagles team this year, and I think they had a healthy dosage of veteran leadership and young talent, young hungry talent. They had a healthy dosage of that. Yeah. They had guys in the locker room with Malcolm Jenkins, with the Torrey Smiths, with the Chris Longs, that you had to respect them not only as men, but you had to respect them as players and you had to respect them as champions. They teaching y'all how to get there. They know what it takes to get there because they've done it. And then, like I said, they got a Jahe for. Oh man, that was a big steal. Getting Alshon, great steal.
I'm excited, but I'm not gonna lie, Hawk. I would have been even more excited if we would have won this with Deshaun Jackson, Shady McCoy, and Jeremy Macklin.
With who?
I'm excited, but I'll be even more excited if Shady, Deshaun Jackson, and Macklin was on this team.
Oh man, and it's a good weekend for Philly fans because Terrell Owens finally getting his just due.
Brian Dawkins, oh man,
yeah, Brian Dawkins gold jacket. Y'all get to celebrate, man. This is a good weekend to be an Eagles fan.
Yeah, we traded Jordan Matthews. We tried to get Shady back. Deshaun Jackson had the opportunity to sign in the offseason, but he chose Tampa because they was giving him more money. And if we wouldn't have had Torrey Smith, we would have had Deshaun Jackson. And I mean, I wish because you got to understand, Nick Foles was there with Deshaun and Shady and Macklin too. He had the opportunity to come back.
Yeah, he lost the number 9. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Lost the number 9. Don't worry about it.
He played good that game.
Man, look, the only thing y'all did wrong in that game was y'all gave Drew Brees too much time. Y'all gave him the ball before we left in the game. That was too much time.
Man, absolutely. I tell you, man, we going a little long in the tooth on this one, but this is a special edition of Fresh Perspective. We all giving our immediate reaction after this Super Bowl, and we talking about how great of a good game it was. So let's come up to our final perspective on this. Bo, I'm gonna save you for last because this is your squad. So great orator and tactician. What's your final perspective on this game? Talk to me.
Hey man, this is one of the best football games that the NFL fan can get. With all the turmoil and frustration and disappointment that we had in this season. You had Nick Foles, the Philadelphia Eagles gave us a great show. Tom Brady did what he could to get the win, but he choked at the end. But don't get it confused. Don't let this take away from his greatness and what he's done for his career. But at the end of the day, this is the end of the dynasty. It is time for a new team in the AFC to come up. It is time for a new team in the NFC to come up and reign supreme over the NFL. And right now that team is the Philadelphia Eagles. Homage is due and homage was paid tonight. And shout out to my boy Nick Harris. I'm finna give y'all a stat that Nick gave me earlier this week on our Fade Day Sports podcast. He said no NFL quarterback in the 52 years of existence of the Super Bowl who led the league in passing yards won the Super Bowl the same year.
Okay, wow, and I'll just say from my final perspective, because Bo, I'm gonna let you go last.
Okay,
this was truly an amazing game, and for all those who watched, I feel like they was treated. I think the NFL needed to have a good game because they had a rough year. So I hope with everything that the NFL went through this year, I hope they go back to the drawing board and think about the things that they can do to let all of their fans from different walks of life understand that they are appreciated, that they are cared about, that they appreciate their patronage. I hope that they figure out something better to do with the CTE situation. I hate to see the Golden Goose get destroyed. So I'm glad that the NFL put out a phenomenal product today, and I hope they continue on. But go Eagles, go Eagles. So, Bo, final perspective. You got the floor. It's your day, brother.
Hey, man. Still in shock right now. I can't believe what just happened. Not only did we win the Super Bowl, we just beat the greatest NFL franchise ever. We just beat probably the greatest NFL coach ever, the great NFL quarterback ever, and probably one of the greatest owners in professional sports ever. I am proud of my city. Stat to put out there. The last 3 NFL MVPs has lost the Super Bowl. Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, and Cam Newton. Shout out to Nick Foles. Shout out to Philly. Free Meat. Hey, another shout out to Andy Reid, Donovan McNabb, Deshaun Jackson, Shady McCoy, Jeremy Macklin, Brian. We ain't only that. We ain't this Super Bowl just us. We got it for y'all too. Because y'all are Philly legends. And I'm on cloud 9 right now. I can't even speak about what just happened, man. And I'm gonna just celebrate all to next year, man. I'm excited about it. That's all I got to say.
All right, world. And y'all listen to another edition, a special edition of Fresh Perspective. Please, if you enjoyed the show, hit the like button. Follow us on our Facebook page. Share, tell a friend. Because of DB, we are now on SoundCloud. So check us out on SoundCloud. The movement is happening, and we're happy you're here with us on the ground level. Peace and blessings.
Birds, you going live?
I'm already live, bro.